He's head coach of the Jaguars. Something's clicking now because this team plays hard. But as I said in the first hour, I think Coach Bradley made these guys accountable and did not let them quit. And I looked at the Texans last night, and if you know what, you could have said you don't have to be there, they wouldn't have been there. But Jacksonville played hard, 4-1 after that bye week in Week 9. Coach joins us now. So what was it? What's the magic dust here that happened here after that bye week, Coach?
Well, you know what? I think that we have a young team in certain spots, and I think that the guys just allow themselves to really avoid all the distractions that were out there, with our record, and they just concentrate on getting better. And I think, guys got more and more experience, and then, we had some opportunities where we could have some success, and it just built on top of each other, and we built some confidence, and then we were fortunate in some of the games.
Who is the coaching mentor or idol that you have that you're using that, channeling that with this head coaching job?
Well, you know what? I think I've been around, 6 or 7 head coaches, and I think they all had influence on me. I mean, I think that you gravitate towards people that have similar personalities, and, John Gruen was very good to me. Monty Kiffin was very good to me. Jim Mora, Pete Carroll. I think, and you take bits and pieces from all of them. But most recently, I think Pete, really understood what I was trying to do or trying to get as far as the philosophy, and he helped me a great deal put it together.
Can you model the way you play in Jacksonville the way Pete does in Seattle?
Well, I know Pete and I are very good friends, and in some areas we have the same qualities as far as I think we both really love to coach, and maybe that enthusiasm is outward. I mean, people, with their team, we're going to demonstrate it to them, and but then there's some areas that were different. Dan, I think for me the challenge is just to stay true to myself. And, I have certain beliefs, and our staff have certain beliefs. So you tend to gravitate towards how you were brought up and maybe what you had success with. So some of the qualities that we had in Seattle, I think if you came down and visit, you would see some of those qualities here. But then in other areas, there'd be differences.
Do you ever doubt yourself when you lose your first 8 games?
You know what? It's tough, man. It is tough. I think it challenges your conviction, but I do feel strongly in the areas, in our culture and in our so-called process that we're going through. I think through the experiences I've had, and those experiences bring challenges to your thoughts, and I think that just over the years you gain some conviction, and I really believe in it. And I'm not saying it's the right way, or I just know that it's how we want to go about it. And I think we have conviction over it, so it allowed us to really fight through the tough times and stay true to it. Can we finish the helmets? It doesn't look like they're finished, Gus. You didn't approve those helmets, did you? You know what? That's part of it. I think, Shad Khan, our owner, we kind of did some things to our facilities, new locker room, new weight room, new dining center, and the jerseys and the uniforms and the helmets. Did you run out of paint, Gus? That's what I want to know. No. That's exactly the style that we intended it to be. It looks like the Scottish Claymores of NFL Europe. You know what? It's unique, and you know how players, they gravitate towards that uniqueness. So I think it's growing with our players the more times they put the helmet on. Do you care if this team plays games in London or relocates there as a head coach? Well, you know what? I think it was a great experience for us, to go over to London. And it was a great atmosphere. I know our team enjoyed it. And
could you
just
live
where
there?
We were at. What's that?
Could you live there?
Well, yeah, if I could, to me, I think I could live anywhere and be happy. So, but right now our focus is in Jacksonville, and this is a great place now. Our fans have been, we have to earn their trust and earn their support, and that's what we're in the process of doing now. But our fans have been great. They did a great job last night, and hopefully they get better too. How did you handle the questions, or if there were questions, when you guys weren't winning, and then all of a sudden it's,
well, bring in Tim Tebow. Hey, you guys aren't winning, so let's just bring in Tim Tebow. Or people taking out ads in the newspaper. How do you react to that?
Well, you know what? Before I took the job, and our GM Dave Caldwell already addressed that situation. So for me, going through the interview process, it was talked about and said, okay, here's how we approached it. We've already made this decision. And I said, great, okay, the decision's been made. So my job was just to support our GM and. So that was easy to do.
So they took the pressure off you before you got there because you knew this topic was going to be broached.
Yeah, I don't know if that was his intent. I just felt like when he got hired, he felt like he needed to make a statement regarding that right away. So I don't think it was any intent to take pressure off of me. I think he just felt like that once he took the job, that statement needed to be made.
And I meant it as a compliment on Sunday Night Football. I said you resemble Kurt Gibson, the Diamondbacks manager. That's not a negative, just to let you know, guys.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, I think it's, I know it's how highly people hold him in high regard, so I take that as a compliment.
And don't be afraid to get a little more dressed up on the sidelines, too, Gus. I mean, you're winning now. I'm not saying you wear a suit and tie, but, you can spice it up a little bit.
I know. I'm sure. I just, you know what? My college coach, or the coach that I coached with in college at North Dakota State, Craig Bull, when I took my first job in the NFL with the Bucks, he said, "My hopes is the NFL doesn't change you." So maybe as far as my dress, it hasn't changed me.
Well, you've changed the Jaguars 4-1 after that bye, and congratulations and good luck against Buffalo.
Oh, I appreciate it, Dan. Thanks for your time.
All right, that's. My Jacksonville Jaguars, Coach Bradley.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.